Dogecoin, man, it has been going freaking crazy over the last few days. But should you buy Dogecoin? Is Dogecoin actually a good investment? Well, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what has been going on with Dogecoin, why the price has been going crazy, and whether or not Dogecoin is actually a good long-term investment. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrencies. So if that's a topic you want to learn more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and of course click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and turn over to the charts to get started off with. So let's look at Dogecoin versus the US dollar on the daily charts here. Now yesterday we did have a new all-time high for Dogecoin at 73 cents US. That is incredible beyond belief. Now, with that being said, you have to keep in mind that Dogecoin does have these cycles where it has massive pumps and then massive dumps afterwards. So down here, this is the relative strength index. You can see that when it gets above the purple box here, that is an overbought reading. That shows there's too much enthusiasm in the market. People are going a bit too crazy on the old Dogecoin. Now, every time that this has happened here and here and here and here, and probably here very, very soon, we have had massive retracements. So a 40% retracement, a 50% retracement, and 79.69% retracement. And the most recent big Dogecoin pump, a 71% retracement. Now, of course, we are entering a similar area right now with an overbought RSI on Dogecoin. Now, that does not mean that it can't pump further, especially considering the Elon Musk Saturday Night Live thing that's coming up later this week. Maybe Dogecoin does pump to a dollar in the next few days and gets super, super overbought like we had back here recently. But then, of course, you should be expecting this massive correction to come in afterwards. A 50 to 70% correction for Dogecoin tends to be the standard. So be ready for that if you are trading this, that things can go real south real quick. So keep that in mind if you are trading the Dogecoin right now. Now, overall, my feelings with Dogecoin is a date it, don't marry it kind of situation. Dogecoin, you can trade the heck out of Dogecoin. You can get in there, do some great trades, have fun with it. But as a long-term investment, something to hold in your crypto portfolio is the rock of your crypto portfolio. Oh boy, you better be careful with that. And we'll get into the reasons behind that in a minute. But if you do want to trade some Dogecoin, then I can recommend checking out Femex. It is the best futures trading exchange out there. It also has great spot markets. Now, if you use the link down below in the description to start your account, then you can get up to a $150 trading bonus and 10% off of your trading fees. So if you are a trader, then go ahead and check that out. Now, why the heck is Dogecoin pumping over the last couple days? Well, some people said it's because Dogecoin got an eToro listing. Big deal. We did see a big price pump after that listing came in. We also got a listing for Dogecoin on a few other exchanges like Gemini this week. So the Dogecoin is getting everywhere. It's getting listed. It's getting a lot of liquidity coming in. Other people say it's just TikTok. Those TikTokers. Guys like this guy saying the Dogecoin is going to $3,000. What is that? That's crazy. Dogecoin's not going to $3,000, guys. It's just not. Okay? Because of mathematics, Dogecoin's not going to $3,000. Ever. Maybe Dogecoin gets to $1, but it's definitely not going to $3,000. So come back down to reality. Reality is important. But we do see financial TikTok really taking off. A lot of these guys are on Robinhood, of course, on the other exchanges as well. So we're seeing these pumps coming in from retail money, right? Remember, we don't have institutional funds out there buying Dogecoin. We don't have a Grayscale Dogecoin trust. We don't have Tesla buying Dogecoin. And I think that's really important to remember, even though Elon Musk likes to tweet about Dogecoin for a bit of fun, he likes trolling, he likes memes, he didn't buy Dogecoin for Tesla. He bought Bitcoin for Tesla. That is a very, very important thing to remember. A lot of this Dogecoin pump, it's all new investors, retail traders pumping up the prices. So do keep that in mind. Again, Dogecoin is for trading, not for marrying, which I think brings us to the biggest point that I want to talk about in this video. And we're actually going to dive into some statistics here beyond the hype to actually investigate why I don't think that Dogecoin is a good investment. Again, find a trade, not a good long-term investment. We see, of course, this massive meme hype, the pump coming in from Elon Musk. Elon Musk, of course, is hosting Saturday Night Live this week. The thought from a lot of people, he's going to talk about Dogecoin, pump Dogecoin to the moon during this episode of Saturday Night Live. I don't know if that's going to be the case. We're probably looking at a buy the rumors, sell the news kind of event for Dogecoin when we get on Sunday that next 50 or 70% downturn for Dogecoin. Because people right now are buying on the anticipation that something big is going to happen for Dogecoin when Elon Musk talks about it on Saturday Night Live. So whether or not he even mentions it during Saturday Night Live, he probably will. It doesn't necessarily mean that the price is going to skyrocket. In fact, probably the opposite. That's probably going to be when people start aggressively taking profits and you see the price coming back down. But the Elon effect has been really, really big for Dogecoin, and that's what we're going to talk about next, because it's really what we're seeing for Dogecoin. It's running on hype alone. Now, why is Elon Musk, one of the world's richest and most famous men, tweeting about Dogecoin all the time? It's because he thinks it's a great investment? No, it's because he likes trolling people. He likes memes. But the Elon effect has been very, very real. He's been tweeting about it a lot, and we can see a pretty strong correlation between Elon Musk tweets and the price of Dogecoin going up. You can see here, tweets about Dogecoin, price goes up. 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 Thus, the anticipation for Saturday Night Live and the ability of that to pump up Dogecoin. But beyond the hype of Elon Musk pumping up Dogecoin, is there really any fundamentals behind it? Because this is what you really need to ask yourself, because when Elon Musk moves on and starts to do something else with his time on Twitter, guess what? You're going to be left holding that bag, and it's going to be a painful, heavy bag, because as we see, Dogecoin has incredibly painful and big retracements when it does correct. It is a very hype-driven, cycle-driven coin, which again, great for trading, bad for holding long term. And so if you plow your life savings into Dogecoin because Elon Musk tweeted about it, you have to understand that when he stops paying attention to it, he's still going to be one of the richest men in the world because he didn't invest in Dogecoin. You did, because he tweeted about it. And now you don't know how to pay the bills. And your wife's saying, "Where's all the money? I invested it in Dogecoin, honey." No. Just be careful, guys. Because here's the deal. Let's talk about the fundamentals. Let's get into what is actually going on. And this is a great report, by the way, that Galaxy Digital, the fund run by Mike Novogratz, they made this report on Dogecoin. It's a great report on Dogecoin. If you're thinking of investing in Dogecoin, I'm just going to cover some of the basics of it here, but you should come and read this report. So one of the things you have to keep in mind with Dogecoin is an almost complete lack of developer activity. So activity in the Dogecoin GitHub has essentially been non-existent since 2017. There's almost nothing happening with it because it's a freaking meme coin. There's no real adoption of it. There's almost no developers building on it. Now there are a couple developers who do maintain the code for Dogecoin, so it's not 100% abandoned. And maybe with the resurgence in the price, we do see a few new developers coming in. But that's probably not going to change a lot for Dogecoin. It is a developmental dead zone. So keep that in mind, that there's not really a lot of developers getting into it, because why would they? It's just a freaking meme coin. Now, if we talk about comparing Dogecoin to Bitcoin, I think we start to see some very interesting things come in here as well. There is a massive lack of infrastructure for Dogecoin. Now, what does that mean? That means that there are not institutional custodians, institutional brokers, institutional lenders, and yeah, there is hardware wallet support for Dogecoin, but that's about where it ends. We're not going to see a Dogecoin ETF. We're not going to see a Dogecoin Grayscale Trust. We're not going to see big Dogecoin funds, any of that stuff, because everybody understands it's a freaking joke, not a real long-term investment. Okay, next let's talk about the supply and the inflation for Dogecoin, because this is a funny story in case you don't know it. Dogecoin was originally intended to have a capped supply, much like Bitcoin, which may have ended up making it a more interesting store of value, something like a Litecoin sort of coin. But as an oopsie by the developers, there was a bug in the code that caused the supply cap to be unspecified, thus meaning that Dogecoin has an infinite supply. There is no supply cap for Dogecoin. The asset's annualized inflation rate is also substantially higher than Bitcoin. So that's something for you to keep in mind, whereas Bitcoin has a nice fixed supply cap, a very dependable inflation rate as well. So that's something to consider. And also, one of the biggest problems if you are thinking of buying and holding Dogecoin as a bit of a long-term investment, aside from the, of course, uncapped supply, the lack of development, and the lack of infrastructure, is the ownership concentration. The majority of the Dogecoin supply is skewed heavily towards large holders. Bitcoin, as you can see, is much, much better dispersed in terms of holdings. Dogecoin holdings by address value, though, massively skewed in favor of a few particular whales. Now, around 65% of the entire Dogecoin supply is held by around 12 addresses right now. That is absolutely crazy. So there's a massive supply issue when it comes to Dogecoin, because the price is basically dictated by the whales in a much, much more serious way than the majority of other cryptocurrencies. So you do need to keep that in mind as well, that there's just all these issues when it comes to Dogecoin as an actual investment asset. Anyway, my final thoughts for this video. I am not personally buying Dogecoin as an investment. I do trade it on futures contracts. That can be a bit of fun when you have a breakout. But besides that, I don't like the long-term perspectives for Dogecoin. There are so many serious coins with really strong fundamentals out there beyond just meme hype pumps by new retail investors coming into the market. And I think a lot of those new retail investors will unfortunately probably get burnt pretty damn hard. I think it's the unfortunate reality. As the charts show us, Dogecoin has massive pumps and incredibly dramatic dumps. That is because this cryptocurrency lives solely on meme hopium from the retail crowd led by Elon Musk. Sort of a bit of a Pied Piper, unfortunately, in this situation. But long term, not an investment asset, in my opinion. If you want to trade it, have fun. But at least, I guess we can thank Dogecoin for bringing a bunch of new retail investors into the market after they get burned with Dogecoin. Maybe they'll start buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and Uniswap and all these serious cryptocurrencies that are actually solving real world problems and have good economic policies and all these other sort of things. Maybe we can thank Dogecoin for leading people into the market. Hopefully they don't get burned so bad that they don't come back into the market. But I think Dogecoin has proven to a lot of retail traders that there is an incredible potential in this asset class due to the volatility. You can come in as a trader, make lots of money. You can come in as an investor, make lots of money, maybe not on Dogecoin, but on other cryptocurrencies that are actually good long-term holds. Anyway, these, of course, are just my two Dogecoins for the day, my two Shiba Inus for the day, something like that. You will let me know your opinion on Dogecoin. Do you think that Dogecoin is a good investment, or are you kind of on my thesis here? Good to trade, bad to hold? And do you think that the Dogecoin story is going to end well for investors? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.